Hello, everyone. Welcome to joining us today on our yearly special Tamayatra programs. So today we have Mang Jackie to guide us on some introductions and the meditation guidings. So we like to invite Mang Jackie. So let us pay respect to Mang Jackie by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow and third bow. I'd like to invite Mang Jackie to begin the sessions today.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you can hear me well.
Yes, MP.
Hi, Jesse. Hi, Tanley Cook. Hi, Janet. Hi, boys. Pam, Karen, Guat E, and the Mind Stories group, everyone. Hope you are all doing fine, staying healthy, body and mind. Right. Today is another very special day. I will explain a little bit on that later on. I have something first that I'd like to address to you, a couple of things, right, before we go into what the Dhammayatra is and what it's related to. Okay. So today will be the pilgrimage, the walking of the monks, over 2,000 monks this time. Usually on these events, this is the 10th year already, right? So usually on these events, it will be only about, not only, but about 1,300 something monks, right? But this year is a lot more special. You'll be getting to see over 2,000 monks walking in a very calming manner, very peaceful manner, because they are also meditating while walking. And they have been practicing meditation for quite some time already before joining this event and becoming a good field of merit for everyone who seeks virtuous merits for themselves, right? These events are meant to be the accumulation of an abundance of merit for those who are eager to receive them or know what merit actually does or really feel what merit actually helps them with their lives. Okay. Before we go into that and what merit actually is, right, I could explain that in terms of what we could understand that first. Okay. First of all, visualization. Let's talk about that before we begin. It's very important during this time because we, in order to honor our great master, Lung Pu Sot Jantasaro, right? We do sometimes need to visualize him or think of him, basically. How do we do that correctly? In meditation, there are two things that has to go together all the way from the beginning to the very end, which is sati, or awareness, consciousness, mindfulness, right? Whatever you would like to address it as, is this thing. Number one, awareness. Number two is comfort, relaxation, calmness, the feeling of restfulness, right? However you would like to address it, the feeling that you are liking this moment, you feel at ease. That's number two, okay? Number one is awareness. Number two is relaxation. Let's put it that way first, okay? So when we visualize a crystal sphere, a sun, a moon, a star, or the great master in this case, that is number one. That is the awareness, right? We are putting our awareness with an object of meditation. Now, we have to have number two also, which is comfort or relaxation. Okay? Everyone follow so far? Okay. So if you are visualizing the great master over here, you may not have to really see him clearly, right? His face doesn't have to have all the details that are there at that moment. As long as you are able to feel that he's there, that's already visualizing something, okay? If you're visualizing him over here, for example, around this area, and you feel that it's delightful, that it's relaxing, it's calming, it's easy to do, then keeping your feeling of having him there with you over here would be good. Okay? You understand that, I would say? Okay. If you visualize him at the center of your body, but somehow you feel less comfortable, right? You feel less comfortable, then visualizing him somewhere else first that is more comfortable would be of a good consideration to do. Okay? Because if you have awareness but you have no comfort, then the meditation won't progress. If you have awareness, you have comfort, your meditation will progress. And later on, if you feel comfortable enough to move the image, if you like, back to the center of the body if you want to, if you feel good to, then do that, all right? But if you try to move the image elsewhere, but it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel comfortable, reset, okay? Very important to reset. Come back to where you feel relaxing and comfortable. Come back to that point where you feel calm, you feel easy to meditate, to visualize. All right? Is that easy to follow? Okay. Using visualization, you could even just feel that the object of visualization, for example, the crystal sphere, the sun, the moon, is covering our whole body, or actually covering the whole earth. And wherever we place our mind, wherever we put our attention, our awareness, right? Whether if it's here, around here, if it feels relaxing, you're already at the center of what you're visualizing. You already have awareness. You're just being comfortable there. Okay? It's the same thing, right? Your meditation will progress as long as you have awareness and comfort. That's the key. That's the heart. Okay. Visualization will help. It will help with all of us to have more awareness when it comes to if we have any wandering thoughts or any drowsiness in our meditation. This will help. If we're already feeling tense in our meditation, means we already have a lot of awareness. In this case, maybe just relaxing or finding a good way to visualize would help a lot more. All right? Awareness and relaxation. If we are wandering in our meditation, it shows that we may have some awareness, right? But it's not really there with us, it's with something else. Then maybe we might be a little bit too comfortable, right? Just relax and letting our mind go, thinking of other things, not really training the mind at that moment. What we need to do is then increase the awareness. That's why we use visualization or mantra in our meditation. Another situation is when we feel drowsy, right? We have comfort, of course, right? When we feel sleepy in our meditation, we're probably very comfortable and relaxed at that moment. But what we are lacking, don't have enough, is awareness, consciousness again. So we bring our awareness up by using visualization or mantra, okay? If you are comfortable already in your meditation, you are balanced. It's also sometimes, from time to time, also good to use this visualization to bring your attention even more firmly onto the path. But that's also later on in your practice. If you come across any situations when you are comfortable already, relaxed already, and would like to use a visualization to go further into, that would be fine as well. That's first thing first. Okay, that's first thing first. Because in these events, we would need to use visualization to think of the great master from time to time, right? To connect with him, right? To gain as much merit as we can. Okay. Hopefully we can do that. An example of all of that. We have some time to discuss this before we go into the story. We have 20 minutes. For example, if I close my eyes and I relax, I feel like if I visualize the great master with me over here, feel that he is about this size, all right? About this size, sitting right here, and I feel good. I feel it is easy. It is right for me. Then I would use this technique. But maybe 5 minutes pass and it feels like maybe visualizing him around here, this area instead. And it feels good. Then I move, right? At that moment in your meditation, wherever it feels most comfortable for you, do that. Okay? Is that easy for you, Tan Lê Cook? Can you do that? Yeah. All right. For maybe Janet also. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Hopefully it's easy enough to follow. Number 2, before we go into the story of our great master, is the story about the flowers that I mentioned yesterday. I don't know if you are keen to hear about it or not, but let's go. Once a year, we were actually staying by the river, right? In our tents. There's, in the area where we residing, there's a river passing through, almost like a river, right? Along on the land next to our tents, there's a big tree. There's a big tree. We've been there for maybe a couple of years now, okay, around that area. But then maybe a few weeks ago, before we moved out into another area, this tree bloomed white flowers. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I don't remember it blooming the year before or the other year before, right? Same tree. Bloomed white flowers. And it starts to fall down to the ground. I usually don't pick out flowers from the tree, right? But I do like to pay respect to the great masters, the pagoda, the Lord Buddha, using lotus flowers that they provide, or some other flowers that maybe occasionally comes this way, right? And I offer it to the Lord Buddha, our great master. For instance, this flower, this white flower, falls from the tree. So I didn't need to pick it, right? So it falls. So I would just catch it. And I think it is a great opportunity to get a beautiful flower, fresh, right from the tree. It could be used to pay respect to the Lord Buddha, the great master. And I would feel very pleased. Okay? So I did. I did catch a flower and I used it. Okay. However, it only lasted for maybe a week or a little bit more that the flower bloomed and fell to the ground. 3 years or so, bloomed once and only bloomed for a couple of days, not so long. It made me realize that good opportunities don't always come. And when they come, they only come for a period of time. right? It's up to us to take it, grab it for our use, for our own benefits, for the benefits of the people around us, or not, right? If I didn't take any flowers, if I just let it all fall, I wouldn't be able to really get that merit for myself. And it's not easy to not pick flowers from the tree and actually get flowers to pay respect. That was a once in a very long time chance, opportunity, right? Same as this Dhammayatra also. It only comes once in a year, right? And it only happens for a period of time. Same with other merit events to come, okay? Same with our lives, right? We come about for a certain period of time, and it's not easy to be born as a human being. So we have great opportunities. We have great chances to accumulate as much merit as we can for ourselves, as much positive energy from practicing generosity, practicing virtuous disciplines, practicing meditation as we are doing. Okay. And this event today is supposed to be, is actually one very important event. It's the walking of the monks. That commemorates the time when our great master, Luang Pu Sot Jantasaro, he attained the Dhammakaya wisdom, right? Last time we talked about when he first born, right? When he was born, that place at Lotus Land. We talked a little bit about that. The second place was when he vowed to ordain for the rest of his life, right? The third place last night was candlelighting to commemorate to the place where he decided to ordain, the Two Brothers Temple. Okay, so he was born, he vowed to ordain when he was 19, he now ordained when he was 22, and this fourth place is when he attained his Dhamma, attained his meditation. And this is how the story goes. Okay. So as he ordained in the Two Brothers Temples, what Song Pinong, or let's keep it in Thai, I guess. Maybe the translation is not as exact as what the Thai word means. So at Wat Song Pinong he ordained when he was 22. 1 year later, he went out to Bangkok to study more about what he is curious in the text, right? And every day since he ordained, he started practicing meditation also along with his studies. Okay, never stopped, every single day, all the way until the rest of his life. Very diligent as a monk. Be determined to actually learn more and more about Buddhism. He went to Bangkok to study. Once he studied enough, during this time in Bangkok, right, he would go back and forth between this temple called Wat Chetupon, right? If you don't remember the name, it's all right. Okay, just acknowledge that he goes back and forth between these temples. Okay, one Wat Chetupon, right, and then to Wat Bodbon. Wat Bodbon is the temple that we will be mainly focusing on. Wat Bodbon. Okay. He would go to Wat Bodbon to actually meet with a monk and to do some sermons, do some teachings to the lay people there, to actually pay his gratitude to the abbot at Wat Bodbon for giving him a certain book to study on. Okay. He would go back and forth, and it's also beautiful at Wat Bodbon. The trees were nice. Around the chapel, it was very pleasant. It's a good place for meditation to take place. That's why he likes to go there. So he would go there and meditate around 2 o'clock in the afternoon every day. During his 12th Vasa, he thought to himself that I have studied a considerable amount of text, right? Amount of knowledge from the text, right? But the truth, the true Dhamma that the Lord Buddha has attained, he has not yet seen a glimpse of it yet. Okay. So on his 12th vasa, his 12th year as a monk, right, he decided to say farewell to the abbot of the temple that he's residing at, Chetupon Temple, right, and go to Wat Bodbon to stay there for that vasa, that rain retreat, to basically meditate and try to find what the Lord Buddha has taught for real, right? Not just in the text. So he went to Wat Bodbon. On the day of the 10th lunar month, 1917, it was on September 1st, on that day, right? On that year. Early in the morning, he went out for an alms round, right? After having breakfast, he came into the chapel, the main chapel, and he sat down with that thought in his mind that he has not yet attained what the Lord Buddha has really attained, yet just his teachings from the text. He would like to really understand the Dhamma. So he vowed that if he does not hear the drum indicating that it is lunchtime, right? Because this morning he just came back from his alms round, he would not leave his seat. Okay? And so he sat down with that vow. And in that morning, he felt a lot of aches in his body, everywhere in his body. He thought to himself that before this event, like in the past days, when he came to sit, he didn't really feel this much pain. Right? But why when he vowed and he sat the same way, he realized that the pain is so immense, right? It's so much that many times he would want to get up of his seat, but he wouldn't, because of being true to his words. So he just kept on sitting. His mind would rush, thinking of what to do. It couldn't really become still at that moment. But as time passed on, his mind starts to calm down, become more and more still, right? Bearing the pain also. At one point, his mind became very still until a crystal sphere appeared at the center of his body. He felt so peaceful. He felt so blissful. He felt so very, very good that all the pain that he had before vanished, right? He just felt that happiness, that true happiness from within. And having that crystal sphere with him at the center, it is time for lunch, right? He went on to have lunch, but also with a smile on his face, and having that crystal sphere being with him at the center during those time also. He was very happy. He attained something, okay? So after having lunch, and then after, because it's the full moon day also, he had to go and listen to a chanting called Patimok, which is a recitation of all the monks' precepts, over 227 precepts. Usually monks would do that every full moon and new moon, right? On that night, he came back into the chapel again, right? And he made another vow. This is a very big one. I have about 5 minutes. I don't know if you're interested in hearing this or not. Yes. Okay. So he made another vow in the chapel of Wat Bodbon. This time, he vowed that if I sit down this time, and I do not attain a single glimpse of the Lord Buddha, further Dhamma, right? If my blood, my flesh were to vanish, until there is only skin, until there is only bone or only tendons left. I vow to not get out of this seat until the rest of my life. Right? So he sat down with that vow, not to get up for the rest of my life. And in his mind, later he also asked the Lord Buddha, right? Asked for the Lord Buddha, if my attainment of your Dhamma will not be beneficial, will be harmful to your religion, to the Lord Buddha's religion, please do not give any Dhamma to me. But if my attainment of a glimpse, the very least of your Dhamma in this meditation is to be beneficial to the religion, to the Lord Buddha's teachings, right? Please do share with me or give to me some of the Dhamma that the Lord Buddha has attained, right? He gave that asking into his mind to the Lord Buddha, right? For he will be the lawyer to this religion, right? To be the witness saying that the Lord Buddha's Dhamma is actually true, actually attainable, and how to actually do it. Okay. Vowing like that, sitting down, getting ready to meditate, he saw some ants walking around because there were gaps in the floor and it was on the ground also. So ants were walking around. He grabbed his torch, right? It's a gasoline torch, old style, over 100 years ago, right? So he dipped his finger into the gas, tried to draw a circle around his body so that the ants won't get into him while he's meditating, right? After he gets halfway through the circle, he realized that I vowed to risk my life. I vowed to put my life on the line to attain Dhamma. Why am I still afraid of these ants, right? Why am I still worried about these ants? It just doesn't really make sense. So he stopped and then he started his meditation. Okay. After meditating for a while, he saw that crystal sphere again. And that clean, clear crystal sphere. And then he stilled his mind further, become more and more still. The crystal sphere starts to expand. And there it is a dot right in the center of that crystal sphere. But no one has ever taught him of what to do next, right? He has been studying for many years, over 10 years, about the Dhamma, the lectures, and with many other meditation teachers. No one has ever taught him what to do next, what will happen, that this experience is there inside of himself. What happened next is that he heard a sound coming from the feeling inside of him, saying, Majjhima Patipatha, or the middle way. And he realized that, could this be the middle way? That dot? So he just kept looking at that dot, right? Kept looking with being neutral, being comfortable also, right? That our two main techniques, being aware and being comfort. Let's see what would happen if I just keep looking at that dot. That dot became bigger, expand, like the crystal sphere earlier, until different meditation experiences starts to come and expand and vanish until he reaches what is known as the Dhammakaya, right? And then another sound from his feeling came that this is correct. So that is how he attained the knowledge that has been lost for over 2,000 years, right? 500 years after the Lord Buddha passed away. The knowledge of attaining Dhamma, the knowledge of attaining this meditation attainment was lost. 2,000 years later, our great master put his life on the line to really try to attain this. And he succeeded. He succeeded. That was over 136 years ago. Okay. The knowledge is passed down onto us through the great master nun and through our abbot, Long Po Thamashiyo, until this very day. This is why we are commemorating to that event, that certain place in the past where he actually attained the Dhamma, the meditation technique, right? Again, it all comes down to what we are doing every day. When we are feeling good in our meditation, when we are relaxing, we are actually traveling further and further towards the attainment of what the great master or our Lord Buddha has attained. And it later leads to the truth, the knowledge about this samsara, right? About this realm of rebirth. It is right there in all of us, waiting for us to reach, to study, right? But again, it's the determination, right? To succeed, the 4 cornerstones to success. Passion. You have to have passion, determination, focus, observation. The higher our goal is, the more of these aspects, of these factors we need to have, right? It is almost time for our event to take place. When the event comes on, I would like to first invite all of us to maybe greet the monks who are walking, right? To get merit with them also by saying Satu, 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 according to what the main event is doing also, if you would like to. It is Satu means actually means that what they are doing is good, right? Rejoicing in their merit. And when you rejoice in their merit, you're giving them encouragement. And you're also receiving merit for yourself. Okay, that's that first, just to acknowledge that. Also, when you are making merit, any type of merit, if your intention, right, is pure, if you're offering, if you're giving encouragement, if your giving is pure, your intention is pure, and the receiver is pure, right? As these monks have been meditating, training their minds, training themselves to be calm, even while they're walking, meditating while walking. The merit you will receive is tremendous, will be tremendous, a lot, right? And as a whole, we are paying respect to our great master and also the Lord Buddha, who is pure, right? There's many other words to describe this, but as pure as anyone could be. We could all attain the same purity, but it takes time, a lot of time. The more we are determined to do it, the easier it will become a success to us, right? We're taking part in that merit, giving those merit to ourselves. So hopefully this event will be enjoyable. As you see the monk walks, feel free to rejoice in their merit by saying Satu, 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 right? We'll do that for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then after that, would it be all right if we meditate together and recall our great master for 30 minutes, 40 minutes before we end the session, right? Clean our mind, get the merit for ourselves. Does it sound good? Okay. All right. I'm seeing, let's show this to you guys. Okay, as you see, they are getting ready for the event, right? There are hosts in this chat box, in this meeting room right here, and there are a lot of people also getting ready. They have some flowers, right? If you do have some flowers you would like to offer, when offering, it is our intention that makes a lot of impact in terms of merit, right? Even though we're not actually offering right to the monks themselves, but if you have intentions to do so, or the intentions to encourage them to rejoice in their merit, you're also receiving those merit already. So keep that in mind. So as we're getting ready, let's get ourselves ready also. Right? Do you have any questions before we start the event? I feel like this event would be a lot easier than the candle lighting, because yesterday I wasn't really able to hear what was going on during the event itself. So at times when I switch on my picture over here and the event's picture, maybe there are some gap in between the time, right? So in this case, it's a lot easier to actually go along with the pilgrimage. The pilgrimage. Okay. On the 18th, let me check the date. So usually there will be the walking to commemorate the event or the place that the event happened in the past, right? For example, this time it's Wat Bodbon, or the place where our great master attained his Dhamma, right? And then the next event will be the candle lighting to commemorate to the same place. After the two events has been accomplished, right? Walking and lighting the candles, then the next place will come on, which is the 5th place already. After attaining enlightenment, after attaining his Dhamma, the next place is, if you would like to continue the story, you would have to join. I would like to say that. Hopefully, these stories would be beneficial and encouraging to everyone. It is very encouraging to me. Very encouraging to me to see what our great master has done, right? How determined he was, how much he gave, how much he put everything on the line to attain this, and how precious this knowledge is that we all have right now. The one thing that is going on also is that word that we talked about yesterday, avijja. What the great master attained is vijja, right? Vijja Dhammakaya. What most of the people have is, unfortunately, it's avijja, right? It's avijja. And there is something that's actually providing this avijja, right? So that we wouldn't know the purpose of life. We wouldn't know what's going on in the background. We would have anger. We would have all these negative feelings that could cause us to do unwholesome things. Right? What we need to do is to have everyone be able to still their mind and see these things for themselves. To acknowledge that there are things inside them to be discovered. There are truths about this world. There's a reason, a purpose for becoming human. There is effects, benefits from doing good deeds, good acts, and the opposite from doing unwholesome things, right? The not knowing the not knowing is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And these things that we need to destroy, right, inside our mind, that is the real war zone inside of all of us, inside of all of us. Humans and humans are not enemies, right? Humans and humans are not enemies, but sometimes with the conflicts, with the differences, we do occasionally have conflicts. But the true enemy that we need to address or really take care of is what is inside of our mind. That's what I've basically been talking about earlier, and what the great master found out. What the Lord Buddha found out and would share with all of us, so that we too would be a person who knows, who acknowledges what life actually is about. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is encouraging to everyone. The event is about to take place, maybe just a few minutes before it happens. At this time, during January, actually at all times, but especially at this time, we should, if possible, right, meditate as much as we can. Meditate as much as we can. Is to purify ourselves, to cleanse our mind. The more we clean our mind, the happier we will become. Okay? Happiness is a form of positive energy. Positive energy. And these positive energy brings about positive things in our lives. Success, health, good health, right? Fulfillment in what we wish for. There's a source inside our center, all of us, that's generating this positive energy. And whenever we keep our mind clean, our mind pure, it will give chance for this generation of positive energy to take place. This is why generosity, practicing wholesome disciplines, or practicing meditation is very beneficial. We could talk more about that in our later sessions, but for right now, keep in mind that if we can meditate as much as we can, clean ourselves as much as we can, if you could visualize the great master also, it will be very, very, very beneficial to ourselves. Okay. Let's get ourselves ready for the event. Wow, 51 people already. 51 people joining. Welcome, everybody. I'm not seeing everyone's face, but I acknowledge that you are all here and you are all ready. I'll show you what's happening right now in the main event, right? They are still pretty much getting themselves ready for the walk. Usually it would happen around 3 o'clock or a little bit over. Okay, so let's get our mind ready for the event by maybe resting, closing our eyes, feeling peace from the inside before the main event actually happens, so that we can get the most benefit out of the merit that's being generated. Okay, so let's take some time to get ourselves ready. Maybe drink a cup of water, freshen ourselves up, and do some stretches. Get our body relaxed and get ready to really absorb this positive energy from the event. Okay. Okay, seems that the sound isn't really coming on. Let me try. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Hello again. The event will be happening soon, but it seems like I could not really get the sound to come. I will try another way. Okay, I will try another way. As we are waiting for the event, again, we could rest and recall our great master.
น้อมนำโอวาทของ
Right? Recall our great master and to be with him. Get ready to actually pay respect to him with our utmost respect, utmost honor. And in this case, we'll be able to receive a lot of merit. Okay. Let's try to see if the sound is on if I share the screen.
ใหญ่นะคะมาทบทวนนะคะเป็นโอวาทในอดีตค่ะเพื่อเป็นข้อคิดข้อธรรมในการสร้างบารมีให้กับลูกหลานพระเดชพระคุณหลวงปู่พระผู้ปราบมารทั่วโลกเลยนะคะซึ่งครูไม่ใหญ่นะคะท่านเคยปรารภไว้ว่าทุกคนมีบุญมากที่ได้มาช่วยกันสถาปนาเส้นทางพระผู้ปราบมารเพราะคำว่าพระผู้ปราบมารเกิดขึ้นได้ยากเส้น
Okay. Seems the sound is good. Let's take a few moments to get ready. As we are relaxing, as we are resting, as we are getting our mind ready for an auspicious event that brings from across the whole world together to come and find peace inside of themselves, to come and find the source of success, the source of true happiness from themselves, and the path to true knowledge inside of us. At this moment, if we are feeling calm, if we are feeling relaxed, if we are feeling content and ready, let's recall our great master. Recall Luang Pu. You could think of him as a crystal statue, golden statue, or a real-life figure, meditating, facing the same direction as we are. Share with him our merit. share with him our positive energy, our purity from this meditation as an act of gratitude for what he has put on his line to attain, for how he risked his life twice, 3 times to gain, for what we are feeling, what we are receiving from within is very, very virtuous, very important for any person's life to have. The Master, Lompo Tamashayo says, if we were to stop breathing, we would only die. But if we were to stop meditating, to stop doing good, we would die from doing good. We would die from virtues. And that's a lot more dangerous than just dying. Along this path, along this journey to the utmost of happiness, it is a very, very long journey, longer than any journey we've ever come across. Along this journey, we would have to have resources to take upon so that we could accumulate our path, our journey with ease. As we are now getting ready to give our gratitude, to give our honor for the great Master, let's put our mind, place our awareness with our comfort, and let's make some wishes before we start the event. With the merit that we have accumulated, and for joining this pilgrimage of the path of the great Master, by spreading the flower called Benjasap and Sappanchun petals, paving the way of the noble pilgrimage path, by coming to join this event, to welcome the Dhammayatra monks with a faithful mind in homage of the triple gem and หลวงปู่วัดปากน้ำพระมงคลเทพมุนีสดจันทสโร the Mara Vanquisher. With this merit, may all people of all countries and people of the world be safe, be healthy, and free from all illnesses and sufferings, including COVID-19. May this merit allow for us to be wealthy in all things, material wealth, in virtues, in merit and perfections, in wisdom, be destined for wealth, for all rebirths and lives, May we have strong health, longevity, pursue perfections throughout, prosper in good fortune, repute, fame, happiness. May we attain the highest physical wealth, material wealth, virtuous wealth, human wealth, celestial wealth, retinue wealth, and nibbana wealth. May we have bright and radiant wisdom, intelligent in all things, be a wise man in the world, and a philosopher in Dhamma. Be a leader in goodness, a leader in restoring Buddhism. May we be a light upon this world. May we have power to do good deeds. To no end, infinitely. And may we have joyous life, majestic, fortunate, radiant, steady, on the noble path that is paved with the Benjasap petals and the Sabbanchun petals, brilliantly colored wherever we travel. May we receive great welcome at all places. Be beloved by humans and devas. Pursue perfections easily and comfortably in every lifetime. May we succeed in happiness, succeed and prosper, and progress in life. May we gain insight into Dhamma, attain the Dhammakaya easily. From now until entering Nibbana, may all of this become the foundation of the attainment of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And the monks are now getting ready for the pilgrimage. Let me share with you the screen. Okay. As you can see, they are putting their rose petals, or not rose, sorry, a flower called Sapanchun and Benjasap, just putting them where they can, right? But this is for the main event also. And you will see the monks walking on them. They are usually grown during this time of year, right? Maybe in October or November or December, during these 3 months. It takes time for them to grow. And again, like the story about the flowers near our residing place, you only get to pick them or to get the flowers while they're still fresh for only a period of time when they bloom, after they bloom. Okay? So just like this event, it only happens once in a very long time. And it is a very important event to commemorate in the past. Now the monks will be walking. Let's rejoice in their merit together and say Sadhu before we start our meditation. As you could see, the monks here are walking on different colored petals, right? Many things have to happen before this event could occur. Okay. These are all newly ordained monks, right? Not including the ones who are leading the pilgrimage. So they had to ordain over 4,000 monks in order for this event to happen. It only happens once a year. Only 2,000 are here able to walk. And they have all been learning how to meditate for quite some time now. And I think Alex have ordained before also. If there's a chance, then maybe he could join one of these events also. I'm not sure if you are able to hear the sadhu in the background. Okay. Let's enjoy the event just for a few more minutes until we meditate together. On the vehicle is the Buddha's relic, and the other vehicle is our great master's statue, golden statue, is a 1 ton golden statue. Many people join in to help build the statue. Okay, so it's very important to acknowledge this, and why are people willing to give so much respect to this person, right? Of how virtuous he is. Okay, we do have some questions. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. I'll be reading them and waiting to answer them for you guys. Okay, let's enjoy the event for just a little while longer. Sorry. Just to talk a little bit about the event also. Okay. Okay, all right. While we have the event going, before I ordained, I joined the first pilgrimage, right? It was the first time was flower petals on the floor, and I think the monk walking on them told me their stories of walking into thorns and stuff like that, hurting their feet. It was proud for them. It was a little bit funny in a way, that walking, but all in all, it wasn't everybody that got it, right? Usually it's mostly flower petals, and then they changed it. I remember the teaching monks who organized the event saying that they had to get roses from all over the world because there was not enough in Thailand to take up the whole 400 kilometers. So it was a big event. The first year was the toughest, I would say. And then the second year, they changed the flower, the third year, fourth year, and then fifth year, sixth year, until this is now the 10th year, right? They have 2 types of flowers and they are in different colors. Very beautiful. It took a lot of preparation, right? To make sure that the flowers they use when the monks walk on them, they don't slip or anything. During the first year, over 1,300 monks were to walk to commemorate 1,130 something monks, right? Sorry, it's to commemorate the 130 years of the great master's attainment of his Dhamma, right? I would do this sadhu also, from the first monk to the very last monk, right? So it was a long time in the sun, but it was nice. I didn't really understand much, but I thought it would be good, so I felt good afterwards. And then I became a monk after a few years after my graduation. And then I got a chance to walk the pilgrimage also now. Right? The fourth year was the full walk, the longest one of them all. So I walked that one every single day, 400, almost 500 kilometers. During the last few days, my tendons were stiff and it hurt so much, but it was worth it. A lot of monks their feet were swollen and stuff, but everyone enjoyed. Our skin were dark, but also the people who were welcoming us were also in the sun saying sadhu, 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 non-stop, right? So people were encouraging monks, and the monks didn't give up. They were walking non-stop also, so they were encouraging people. We were walking down the streets, right, in the cities, so people would see the golden statue also, along with the monks who are walking. So it was beautiful. But then later events happened, and then it is harder to do that now. So what we're doing is now doing it in the temple. Hopefully, maybe later years we could actually go back into the cities and have the same event happens, right? Many thousands of people joined. It was auspicious. So really good. Okay. So let's read some comments. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Monk Jackie, for guiding us in making this merit. Thank you for joining so much, really. From Kot Suntan. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Monk Jackie, for guiding for accumulating. Thanks for my stories. Thank you for coming and receiving this merit. Okay, from Janet, thank you. Monk Jackie, are they holding umbrella? Very good question. They are tents. Tents. Okay, but they're rolled up and put into a bag, and they put a bamboo into the bag so that they could carry it. In the old days, these are what pilgrimage monks do, right? When they go into the forest and they try to isolate themselves from the people to go and practice meditation, they would need a place to stay, right? And one of the places to stay is in almost like it's not a tent, but it's like I'm not sure how you call this in English, but it's just to block the mosquitoes, right? So you would put a stick down and there's a shade and just some things to block the mosquito. and they would sit there. That would be where they live, pretty much in the forest. And when they move, they would carry the thing and walk around also. So pretty much these 2,000 monks are carrying the same concept, right? But a tent instead. When we walked the 400-kilometer pilgrimage, everywhere where we stopped, we would walk around 20 kilometers a day, right? And when we stopped, we would use these tents to put down and sleep in them. The next morning, we get up, we put our tents back in the bag, and then we eat our breakfast, and then we start walking a day. These monks only take one meal a day instead of two. That's the extra precept that they kind of offer. Yes, they carry alms bowl also. You see in their bag, in the back is the alms bowl, right? And their robes, everything is put inside the bag. So they're carrying some extra weight, right? And walking a very long way. This is to pretty much propagate the virtues of the Great Master. People may ask and see, why are we doing this, right? So we do have answers to say, why are we actually doing this? Who the Great Master is? Why do we need to cast him in a 1-ton golden statue right there? You see in the picture, right? So they are tents, not umbrellas. We do not have umbrellas. I remember when I walked during the 4th year, one day it was hot, really hot. And the next day it rained. All right, so we were walking in the rain also. There's no stopping until we get to the resting point. Once the rain finished, the wind came, and then our robes get dried right on the spot. We didn't need to hang them or anything. So we just kept walking, meditating. Even though the distance is really long, really far, the whole month is just walking, right? But it didn't seem that far at all. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was beautiful, amazing experience for me. I couldn't unremember it, or I wouldn't even try to forget it. Right? So beautiful. And yeah, see how they're looking at the floor, each monk? They are told, actually there's a teaching from our master before we walk, every time before, back then when he's able to come and teach us meditation himself in person, right? He would come and teach the newly ordained monks how to meditate first before they actually go and walk. He says to look at the floor, look at your way, look at your path. Your eyes look at your path, but your mind look at the center, right? So their eyes are looking downwards on the path, but actually what they're doing is looking at the center of their body, meditating, visualizing the Great Master at the same time. Okay, so this is what it is about. Is it heavy? Yeah, quite heavy if you carry it for quite a long time. But then I want to say you'll get used to it, but eventually you'll feel back pain and shoulder pain also. But it's proud. It's all right. It's nothing. It's not really a burden at all. You feel good actually with this happening. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And Alexander, yes, Lumpi Jackie, I would be delighted to be able to join the pilgrimage once I graduate. May this wish come true. Rejoice in all our merits together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, Alexander, I wish you could join also. I did so after my graduation, so I'm sure if you graduate, it would be very nice for you to come and ordain again and to join the pilgrimage and see for yourself how it feels like to walk and meditate to honor the Great Master at the same time. Long P, is this ceremony open to public from God Swantan? Tourists, it's open to anyone, right? Anyone who would like to join. During the first days of this month, this year, people weren't really allowed to come in and join because of the pandemic. But now you see some people joining. It's more open now. So before it was a lot easier without the pandemic, right? People, many thousands of people join from all over the world. But yes, you could come into the temple, I believe, and then join the pilgrimage yourself. But like the situation right now, as we are in our own countries and it's hard to travel around, you could join it to our Zoom or the Mind Stories group. Inviting people would be very nice also to see this for themselves. Rejoice in your merit, Lumpy Jackie. Rejoice in your merit too, Pam. Thank you for joining. Jesse, rejoice in your great merit, Lumpy Jackie. Rejoice in everyone's merit. You all have great merits, believe it or not. Enormous amount of merit. From Hong, do the monk also carry the alms bowl? Yes, we do. Yes, they do. Are they carrying the alms bowl too? Yes. Alms bowls are used for food, right? In the morning, we would use these alms bowls to gather food. Lay people would be offering food to the monks every morning, which is we are very grateful for and thankful for. You are the encouragement for us monks to practice ourselves better and better, right? And all the merits we accumulate will be unto all of us here also. So we eat our food in the morning, and after eating, clean the bowl really quickly. We have a very limited time to get our tents ready, get our bowls, get our food ready. And once the bowl is empty, we put our clothes, our robes in there, close the lid. So because we have a few stuff that we need to carry with us, and all we have is one bag, one bowl, a tent, and that's it pretty much. So yeah, it's our inventory also, right? Okay, are they carrying the alms bowl too? Yes. Do they allow to move the tent in another shoulder if it feels, no. If it's, they're pretty much, yeah, in order to have unity, okay, in order to have unity, or it would be nicer if we do the same thing, everyone, okay. It brings upon faith, okay, in the monks themselves, right, as a whole. Brings upon orderliness in the community. The two things that actually the Great Master Nun emphasized upon, cleanliness and orderliness, right? If a few monks were to walk with the other tent on the other side, or maybe some just carrying it on the floor, walking, or some maybe just doing other things, right? Not the same, not in order. It wouldn't look as holy. It wouldn't be a respectful thing to do, to actually pay respect to our Great Master. So even though we are carrying and it may hurt on one shoulder, but in order to have the whole picture be honorable, be respectful for our Great Master, this would be a great way to show him, right? So it's not that we are entirely not allowed to, but everyone understands that this is the way it should be done to respect our Master. And so we do it. Okay. Hi, good morning, Elsa Marin from Mexico. Hi, Elsa. My family planted Dao Rui flowers in 2nd and 5th of Dhammayatra for 4 years, offered to the temple to use in this event, sharing merit to everyone. Sadhu, rejoice in your merit, Pam. Rejoice very much in your merit. Thank you so much. From Jesse, sadhu, 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 Pam, lovely. From Elsa, sadhu, 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 hi. From God E, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. God Swantan, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Janet, monk's life is not simple, I guess. It's simple in a way. It's simple in a way. But there are things that we need to deal with also. I would say it's as simple as it could be, right? We have robes that we need to take care of. We have our hair that we need to shave once in a while so that we are free from worries. Some monks decide to go into the forest just to be free from other things, have as less of worries as they can. They are called pilgrimage monks. I would say pratudong, right? But if we are also working ourselves, training our mind to be pure, practicing ourselves, but also sharing the knowledge with other people, we do need to take on extra responsibilities. There are different types of Buddhas. I'm sure you already noticed this. There are different types of monks, arahats, right? Those who are free from defilements. And Pacceka Buddha, the Buddha that doesn't teach, right? He would attain enlightenment and then go on to a place where usually the Buddha, these types of Buddhas would gather, right? And there are Buddhas who teach. Okay. So different Buddhas, different monks attain pretty much the highest form of purity. But the amount of accumulation of merit they did in the past is different. The more responsibilities you have, for example, the Buddhas who do teach, has to accumulate a lot more merit than those Buddha who attain enlightenment but do not teach, right? Taking more responsibilities. It's harder to go. But when you are able to reach it, it's more beneficial to oneself and the others around also, right? So, yeah, it's simple in a way. It's simple in a way. Or maybe if you see it as not being that simple, it could be soul also. From Suntan, Jackie, are the monks allowed to walk out of the line just in case if anyone is too tired after walking certain distance? Yes. During the long pilgrimage, sometimes we need to use the bathroom, or some monks do need medical care, right? They are allowed to get out of line, do their duties, right? Get themselves healed up, and then once they're ready, they can get back in line. Okay, that's for the long one. I'm not sure if they do it here also, but yes, they are allowed. May all be blessed. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, it's a little bit over 4 o'clock right now. Maybe let's enjoy this a little bit more, and then when we are rejoicing in the merits of the monks, if you could have the Great Master with you inside your center and share with him your merit, that would be very nice also. Let's enjoy the event together a little bit longer before we end the session, shall we? Or if you like, I guess that this could be the end of the session for now, and then enjoy this pilgrimage. Get as much merit as you can for yourself, and we'll end the session together in a few more minutes, okay? guys. Tomorrow we will have regular live meditation session and some wisdom talk at 7 p.m. Thailand with Long P Daniel, right? So feel free to join, and if you could invite any of our family and friends to join also, we'll be giving them the true inner peace from within as well, which is very precious to have, right? This event, this pilgrimage is going to be continuing for a little longer while, so maybe my stories team will have the link to the main event for you in the chat box. But for now, I would like to rejoice in everybody's merit for joining this event, for meditating, for thinking of our great master, and to come and listen to his story, his past deeds that he's done, right? Hopefully you all are happy and enjoyed the event, right? And have accumulated an abundance of merit for yourself. This will be the background, the backup for all your success and all your future happiness, right, in life. With this merit that we have accumulated together, may us all always be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, fulfilled in all our good wishes. Be fulfilled in all our good goals. Be free from any negativities. And when we meditate, when we recall our merit, may we be able to attain the utmost of happiness, the utmost of peace, the utmost of virtues, as swiftly and as easily as possible. May you all always be pure, clean, clear in all your conducts in your body, speech, and mind until the utmost of Dhamma.
Thank you, Ma'am Jackie, for good guiding today and a wonderful sharing for the detailed explanation as well. So let us pay respect to Ma'am Jackie by bow 3 times together. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow. Thank you, every one of you, for joining us today. And we'd like to invite every one of you to join us tomorrow at the 7 p.m. Thailand time, same Zoom ID and the password. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Rejoice in all your merit.
สาธุ
อาจารย์คะขออนุญาตเรียนถาม